Hi, um, it's me again. It's been a while, and actually, I'm kind of making this video because I'm actually like pretty glad um from that from by an actual just occasion I don't look that so damn pretty bald. So my forehead is not that freaking big right now. Um, in fact, it is. I mean, it certainly didn't become smaller since my last video. But it's just so fascinating how much more handsome I look with this image that my forehead is not so damn big. Whereas I actually didn't record videos for a while because it was just painful to watch myself, with that huge forehead. It's just breaking my heart. I mean, it wouldn't be such a hard thing to do to make my forehead look a lot bigger right now because it is pretty big. In fact, I'm just out of the shower and man, I mean, I might be in a huge shedding phase or something, but I counted over 200 hairs, which only came off, from the top of my head. I didn't even wash the back of my head and the sides, and I pulled some hairs out to like test if I'm in a shedding phase, but I didn't even count those because I don't know it's just horrible, and you know I mean it actually would make me feel better, and I'm sure that a lot of other guys feel the same way if we named this thing, balding. Um, name it what it is. Does it make sense? So it's a horrible thing. One day I might not be able to embrace it, but even if I do, I will never ever disrespect myself uh, in a way that I would neglect to admit or to recognize the fact that this was by far the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life. This hair thing wasn't the only thing that made myself feel uncomfortable in my own skin. It wasn't the only thing that made me kind of suicidal or something, but you know this is you know I would kind of give anything to at least stop this helplessness, you know, this feeling of helplessness. You know, the fact that I wasn't even 16 when I started to recognize, the signs of this alopecia thing. And I did my research and stuff, and to realize when I was, you know, around 16 years old that I had this huge, beautiful head of hair, and I will have to sit tight and watch it falling out to the last piece. I mean, from the top and from the front, it will probably, stay the same in the back and on the sides, and there is nothing I can do. And this thing started back then, and I see a different person when I'm sitting like that. When I do this, it's a different person. It's an unattractive, ugly, just someone with bad genes. And you know, I I don't think that anybody should accept this because I'm certainly not the only guy who have been dealt with this thing in such a young age, and it might sound very strong to say that I feel like I have been robbed, that my youth was stolen from me, but this is not an exaggeration by any means. It's the truth. It's just the way it is. I've been robbed. A lot of other guys have been robbed. This is one of the worst things that can happen to a guy. Unfortunately, taking Propecia could lead to something which is even worse than this one. This is one of the worst things, and there are quite a few things which are worse and that can happen to a healthy young guy, um, who is not living in a third world country, and this is certainly one of them. Being unable to function sexually is even worse. So uh, it's not worthy to do that. But I would never ever in a billion years would say such nonsense like accept it. No, you shouldn't accept it. I don't want to shout or anything. I'm going to stay very calm. But I will say this. I will be the first one to tell you that even, you know, just don't accept it. You don't have to and you shouldn't. I would say do everything to make yourself comfortable in your own skin. Um, embrace it if you can, shave your head and things like that. But always have the very strong, you know, uh, spirit in your head, or how should I say it? Have the mindset. Just don't forget that you have every right to be angry at the world and to be pissed because what have been done to you is one of the worst things that can happen, and it's happening to too many guys, and we've had enough. We've had enough of this. I've had enough. I think it's not gonna help me. This fact is not gonna help me. I will have to watch myself go into a Norwood 6 or 7. But, you know, I've had enough of this, and I'm sure that you've had enough of this. And, you know, yeah, that's it. This is not a happy message, but it's the truth. I'm just being honest. Yeah, that's pretty much it.